In a quiet corner of a cozy forest, where the trees whispered secrets and the fireflies danced in the dark, lived a tiny mouse named Milo. He wasn't just any mouse, he was the smallest of all the mice in Moonberry Meadow. Milo lived with his big family in a burrow under the old oak tree. While his brothers and sisters loved to play tag and chase each other around, Milo loved to look up at the sky. Every night, he sat on a mushroom and stared at the glowing moon. "I wonder what it's like up there," he whispered to himself. So big, so bright. One evening, while everyone was getting ready for bed, Milo saw something strange, a glowing trail of stardust falling from the sky. It landed right behind the thicket near his home. "Did anyone see that?" Milo squeaked. But everyone was too sleepy to notice. Without waiting, Milo grabbed his tiny red scarf, tiptoed out of the burrow, and followed the sparkling trail. His heart pounded with excitement and just a little bit of fear. As he crept through the tall grass, he found something incredible. It was a tiny spaceship, silver and round, with blinking lights and soft music coming from inside. Milo peeked in, to his surprise, he saw a creature inside. It looked like a little star with eyes, floating gently and glowing softly. "Hello?" Milo whispered. The creature turned and smiled. "Greetings, Earth Mouse. I'm Nova from the Moonlight Sky. My ship is broken. I need help to get back home." Milo's whiskers twitched. "I'm not very big, but I'll help you." Together, they pushed buttons, turned knobs, and even used Milo's red scarf to patch up a tiny hole in the ship. Nova giggled. "You're the bravest mouse I've ever met." Just then, they heard rustling in the grass. Uh-oh. A pair of glowing eyes stared at them. It was Owly, the forest owl, curious and a little too hungry. Milo stood tall as a mouse could. "You can't eat my friend," he squeaked bravely. "He's not food, he's a visitor from the sky." Owly blinked. "You said." "Okay, continue." Nova floated up, twinkling brighter than ever. He smiled and said, "Hello, great owl. I come in peace from the Moonlight Sky. My ship is nearly ready to return, but I need just a little more time." Owly blinked again, puzzled but curious. I have never seen a glowing star being before. Perhaps tonight, I'll have berries instead." With a graceful flap of his wings, Owly soared into the night, leaving Milo and Nova in peace. Milo sighed with relief. "That was close," Nova nodded. "You were very brave. Thank you." They worked a little longer, fixing the last part of the ship. Nova added one final sparkle of stardust, and zing! The engine hummed to life. The ship began to float. "It's time for me to go," Nova said softly, glowing even more now. "But I want to give you something." He reached into a tiny pocket and handed Milo a glowing pebble warm and silver, like moonlight. "This is a moonstone. Whenever you feel small or unsure, hold it close. It will remind you how big your heart is." Milo's eyes sparkled. "Will I ever see you again?" Nova smiled. "Look to the moon. I'll be waving." With a flash of light, the spaceship lifted off, whirled through the sky, and disappeared into the stars, leaving behind a swirl of shimmering dust. Milo held the moonstone close and looked up. That night, the moon seemed to shine just a little brighter. The next morning, all the forest animals gathered when they saw the strange sparkles near the thicket. "Did anyone hear the strange music?" asked a squirrel. "I saw a light flying through the sky," said a rabbit. Milo stepped forward, holding his moonstone proudly. "It was my friend Nova. He came from the Moonlight Sky, and I helped him fix his ship." The other mice looked at him with wide eyes. "Wow, Milo, you're so small, but so brave." From that day on, Milo wasn't just the smallest mouse in Moonberry Meadow, he was the most admired. Everyone listened to his stories and followed his lead on adventures. And every night, Milo sat on his mushroom, waving up at the moon, hoping his glowing friend was waving back.